Hope I'm audible. Hi guys, good morning. So today is going to be the last day for the demo sessions. From tomorrow, you will have a different link. If you already have reserved your seat, you need not to worry. You will get your links to join the sessions. If you haven't registered your seat so far, please go ahead and register for your seat. For that, you can please ping John sir on WhatsApp. Right. With that said, let us begin the session for the day. And by the way, from tomorrow, our notes link, repository link, everything will change. All right. Hope you understand that. Cool. Yes. Okay, John sir. We'll change link tomorrow. Okay. Sure. So today we will be discussing on the UI. So some other UI components that we did not work so far. So let us create a new project. Let's choose as usually the empty activity. Hit next. Let's call the application as register me. Make sure the application is created in the right folder, which is batch 15. Java is the programming language that you need to choose. And when we look at SDK, must be API 21. Sorry, API 23. Hit on finish to create this project. All right. So there is an announcement by John sir. He says that the link will be changed tomorrow. It means tomorrow you can log in with the same link, and maybe from the very next week, the link will definitely change. Okay. Please register yourself and get the newly updated link. All right. So what is the agenda of the project? What am I trying to do with this project? I'm just trying to mock how a student gets registered. Okay. I'm just making student registration form. Let us build a student registration form. Okay. I've got a question from Altaf Raja. What is intent filter? Actually, it declares the like if you want to send a broadcast, we will talk about broadcast in the upcoming sessions. Anyway, you want to send a broadcast, you have to give the actions that you are waiting for inside an intent filter. Also, intent filter can fetch activity information on OS or other app activities, whereas your intent object is only an object that can hold the operating system or other app activity and its data in the form of URL. Okay. But for intent filter, we don't have any method such as start activity. Don't get confused too much. We will dig deep into intent filter while we discuss broadcast receivers and other related concepts to intent filter. As of now, you can remember that intent filter is something that holds the action and category for your launcher activity, right? As our project is created, as we are trying to mock the registration process of the student, let us build the UI tomorrow and Sorry, let us build the UI today. Tomorrow we will get the data out of this UI. Fine. We only learned, so far we are able to learn only the linear layer. So let us change the root view group to linear layer. We will learn constraint layout in the very next application. We will be removing this text view because this is of no use. This is of no use. So the first thing that I want to have is I want to get the student's name. So if I want to get the student's name, I need to have an edit text field. Width match parent height wrap content. Close the edit text with a simple slash at the end. You give an ID for this edit text box. So the ID that I want to give is student underscore name. Great. So what is the hint that I want to show to the user? Enter your name. All right. So do we have to mention input type? Yes, you can mention an input type to text a person name to get the data in the form of a person name. Actually, yeah. If you do not want to mention also for this edit text box especially, there is no difference, I would say. In a similar way, we need another edit text box. We need another edit text box where we will be gathering the student's age. So we will ask the user to enter his age. Of course, this linear layout's orientation is by default horizontal. So make it vertical so that the other text view, the second text view, will be visible. Okay. So hint is also entered. So after the hint is entered, input type can be changed to number. Because when age in a text box is tagged, you should only be displaying the number text box or the number keyboard. All right. So do we need other details? Name, age. Only those are sufficient for me. What if you require his or her gender information? So in that case, what should we use? Normally, when you see any registration related apps, you will get gender or sex column, correct? So socially it is called gender and biologically it is called sex. So either of the columns must be visible. At least one of these two columns must be visible to you. In that case, how will it get displayed? It gets displayed using radio buttons. And how do they look like? I will show you. So if you see, if this is your activity, so how do a radio button look like? That is generally used for gender. So you will have sex and then here male and then here female. Okay. So if you are male, you'll choose this. If you are female, you'll choose this. Correct? And these two must be mutually exclusive. These two are mutually exclusive. What does it mean? What does it mean? If I choose male, the female should remain unselected. Correct. Correct, Akansha. Only one option. Correct. Absolutely fine. That is absolutely correct answer. One option only can be selected. So if male is selected, female should remain unselected. And if female is selected, male should remain unselected. So that is what we call mutually exclusive options. They are mutually exclusive to each other. That is the meaning. So let us build this. Okay. Rathod is asking to take birthday also. Let's not complicate this. I'm just keeping this simple. We will work with dates also. Don't worry in the future. Now I would create a radio button. Set the width to wrap content, height also to wrap content. Close it. You got a small dot circle, right? You give an ID for this radio button. I will say it as mail. And text also I would like to display it as mail only. Nice. I have a mail option. Now what if I want to have another option? I can do the same with radio button. Width to wrap content, height also to wrap content. Close the radio button. You get a circle. Give it an ID. We call it female. Text is also, I'm displaying it as female. Okay, nice. So can we run this application and see if they are mutually exclusive to each other? By default, the radio buttons are not mutually exclusive to each other. We should make them mutually exclusive. However, it is my responsibility to show you how you will get the output with this particular code. So let me run this application directly onto my mobile and show it to you on WhatsApp. Okay, so the general error I did not rectify it. Sorry for that. I'm so sorry for that. I'll rectify this very soon. By tomorrow, I'll fix it up. Ignore. All right. Right. The app is up and running. Let us say if I choose male, and then unknowingly I clicked on female also. So both of them are selected. They are not mutually exclusive. So if male is selected, I told you that female should be unselected. If female is selected, male should be unselected. So by default, radio buttons are not mutually exclusive to each other. But if we group them using radio group, they will be mutually exclusive. Let us see how does it happen. Radio group, width match parent, height wrap content. As radio group is a view group, we will have a start tag and an end tag. Now, when you wrap this radio button inside radio group, that becomes mutually exclusive. Let's try to run this again and see the difference. Male I have chosen. I have unknowingly tapped on female. Now male got unselected automatically. And I realized that I selected a wrong option and I clicked on male again and then female got unselected. So now these two options are mutually exclusive. Hope you understood. If you understood, just raise your hands. I'll be very happy to see your feedback. Thank you, Akansha. Thank you, Sarfaraj Khan. Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Shika. Thank you, Sweta. Thank you, all the cool. So, there is another point I'd like to tell you. When you write code, it is always recommended that you keep your code in aligned position, in a good aligned position. So if your code somewhere the other way, if it is messed up, if your code is messed up and you want to clean it up for better so that you can look at the code what are the components involved, what are their IDs, how do you work with them. If you have multiple of them, the simplest way of formatting your code is to go to this code option and hit on reformat code. That will arrange your code in a proper position, in an appropriate way. I'll do Control Z. Okay. There is also a shortcut. If you see for reformat code, it is Control Alt and L. You can place your cursor anywhere in the file and do Control Alt and L. Sorry, this wrong L. Control Alt and L. That would rearrange your code appropriately. So what is the benefit of getting your code arranged properly? We are sure about edit text boxes. We don't want to learn about it. We can minimize it. Okay. We get to see the entire structure in a simple manner. Also, this radio group, there is, okay, now coming back to the radio group also have the orientation. If you set it to horizontal, male and female would appear one next to the other. That's cool. That's very nice, isn't it? Now you may ask me, can we have a label put into radio group? Can we have a text view, wrap content? Can we have it like a text is equal to gender? Okay. So now these three views are there. However, they are not occupying the fullest length of the or fullest width of the screen. If they are not occupying fullest width of the screen, what is our option we have? What is the option we have? We can use the layout weight attribute. So type WE, you get layout weight, make it as 1. In the similar way, you can also do it for the other two radio buttons we have. See, now these three are actually aligned very nicely, properly. Now you can stylize this gender. TC, you give it dark black. TS, choose text style, bold. TS, text size, make it 14 SP. Cool. 14 is the default size, sorry. 16 SP. A little bit bigger. Nice. So now we don't want to see what is this radio group and how it is created. So we will minimize this. Okay, I've seen your message lately, Akanksha. Thanks for responding. Nice. So, anything is good, actually. Mm, all these are left aligned, by the way. No problem. We'll maintain an overall margin. So let us say if you want to maintain some margin space around the corners of the design, you can do it by giving the value here. You'll get a small space. If you see the blue color line that is displayed on the right hand side, so that is the design, space. And the rest that is left to the screen is called the margin space. Hope you got it. Now I'd like to ask the student about his country. I'm concerned of his country. So generally, how do we ask? How do we show the countries option? Using drop downs, isn't it? We use drop downs. Yes, Anil, you are right. We use drop downs. And in Android, we have spinner. To achieve the same, we have spinner in Android. So how do you use spinner? You write spinner, set the width to match parent, height to wrap content. You give this spinner an ID. I would like to call it countries. Nice. So this height is not sufficient for me. I would like to change this to 50 dB so that it will be more clickable and watchable. This is nice to look at actually. Okay. So how do we display entries? Like how do we show the country names here? To show the country names, there are two approaches. Okay. Today, I am going to tell you a simple approach. Tomorrow, we will see another approach. The other approach is also simple. Don't worry that it is not simple. Okay, don't take it for granted. Um, right. You can jump into project, open resources folder, open values folder, and jump into strings.xml. In the beginning of these sessions, yes, in the last week, I told you why do we use strings.xml. Strings.xml is used to store all the strings that are related to our project so that it will be easy for you to change a string whenever there is a need. Also, it is helpful for us to make our app available in multiple languages. We discussed about it. Now here, I want to arrange an array. So I can simply type string array. I type A, I get suggestions. Choose string array. Give the name as countries. Now in between these two tags, I can add as many items as I wish to add, and all of them will be displayed on the spinner. We will see how. Item. Let us display India because that gets displayed by default and that gets selected by default. If they're not from India, we'll ask the students from where they are. So after India, you'll give another option, USA, China, and then after that, let us say UK, Australia, and then Bangladesh, etc. Okay. So now these countries, I want to display them on the spinner. How? If you jump in here, so the first value is the default value, man. That's the logic. So generally, what developers do is they'll put it like select your country. Okay. So in the spin now, what we do is we have an attribute called entries. Entries. Okay. You choose this entries option and choose @array slash countries and your data will be populated. Very easy thing. So if you run the application now, you'll also get this pin now. And the UI is looking beautiful for me. I don't know how you feel about it, but yeah, it's looking beautiful for me. If I select Bangladesh, it gets selected. India is selected by default, if you see. As soon as I load it up, India is selected. Okay, I'm also getting extra space on the margin. If you look at it carefully. Cool. This is how we use spinners. Okay. So any doubts so far? Anything that you want me to repeat? Can I take the silence as a no? All right. Moving on. Hinton spinner. Okay, can we add it? We cannot, it seems. I did not use Hinton spinner so far. No, for text view also we don't have hint. No, Kansha. For spinner, I did not try it at all because I'm not sure. Okay, you can search it on Google. I don't think people use. Can we add hint on this spinner Android? But there is no such a way to add hints in spinner. Yeah, I'm right. So we don't have spinners. We don't add hints on the spinner. We only do it in edit text box. Yeah, right. So, okay, I mean, we need to use the text view for select country. Yeah, yeah, you can add it. You can add it. See, instead of India, before India, if you add another item, let us say, instead of India, you add select a country. Okay, if you do this, you will get select a country as your first option. See, select a country. Cool. You're smart. Thank you. Once spinner is added, I'll ask the student to also give his or her availability in the weekends. So for that, we require a switch. So as you write SWI, you get two suggestions. Switch, which is a legacy code, and switch compat, which is the latest one. Generally, we will go to the latest one, right? We don't go to the legacy view. And when it uses Android X library, it means that it is backwards compatible. What does it mean? So the lower end versions also will have this view running on them. That is why you can select switch compact, set the width to match parent, height to wrap content, close it right away. Now display some text on it. Are you available on weekends? Or I write it as, are you available on weekends? Now the user can either switch it on to make himself or herself available in the weekend, or he or she can leave it as it is. So you can have an ID for the switch compact as well. Weekend availability. Right. Now let us run this whole thing and see if switch, how does switch work. So with switch, you can only toggle between two states, on and off. Okay. If you can turn the switch on or you can leave it off. See, if you turn it on, it gets turned on. If you turn it off, it gets turned off. And select a country would give you India if you want to select. In select name, you can enter your age and name. So for name, you're only getting the number box because of the input type. And for age and for the name, you're only getting this normal keyboard. Nice. So far, so good. So what else can we add into this design? What else do we require from student? Name, age, gender, country, and if he or she is available in the weekends. What else do we ask for? Yeah, we'll also ask the student about languages known. Yeah, sure, Altaf. Why not? Check boxes. Correct. To use check boxes, first of all, you need to have a design in picture. Okay. You can add as many checkboxes as you want because checkboxes are individual components. Set the width to match or wrap content. height also to wrap content. You can give an ID for the checkboxes. We can call it as English ENG. Let's display the text as English. In the similar way, in the same way, you can add as many checkboxes as you wish to add. 2, 3, 4. Okay. For the second language, I would like to choose Span for Spanish. Hin for Hindi. Tel for Telugu. The user can select any of these or any one of these or multiple of these. So checkboxes are usually used to let the user select multiple options, not like radio buttons. Okay. You might have seen in a lot of online exams about the same. However, it is my duty to repeat the concept. However, I don't want to waste my space for these buttons, these four checkboxes. I want to show them on a horizontal view. If that is the case, you can go to another linear layout, set the width to match parent, height to wrap content. You can have a end tag at the end of the checkbox right here. And you get all the checkboxes aligned on a horizontal perspective. Now the code is not looking good. And what is the shortcut we have? Control Alt and L. Nice. Now, as usually, we have got this layout weight attribute value, right? You can give weight. Layout weight is 1. Weight is 1. Weight is 1. Weight is 1. That's nice. Also, I want to add a label. Width to wrap content, height to wrap content. Text I would like to display. Before that, I'll also give some layout weight as 1. Text I'm doing what? I'm just telling the user to choose language. Choose languages. Okay. All right. So for all the checkboxes height, you can make it as match parent. Okay. Even you can make it as match parent for the text view. For height, because I just want to align them properly, and also gravity, you can set it. Gravity to center vertical. That's nice. That's actually good. So layout height can be adjusted accordingly for all the languages. What? Okay, sorry. 2 height attributes it cannot handle, man. So only one attribute is sufficient to handle. Choose it, change it. Nice. Looks nice. So for choose and languages, there is a space. This is also a concern for me because you are unnecessarily occupying so much of space that is not appropriate. You can change the text color if you want to. I'd like to choose color black. You can directly choose it. Looks nice. Let's run the device. Let's run the application on my device. So if you have more options that are not fitting together, you can arrange them in 2 lines actually. See, this is not fitting together because choose languages is too large. So what you can do is you can bring this text view to the top of the screen instead of layout weight if you can remove. Sorry. Where am I? Yeah. Layout weight if you can remove and bring this text view above above the linear layout. Here, okay, match parent is wrong item now, wrap content. That's cool. So also you don't bring this backslash m, and you can follow the same, okay, Control Alt and L to rearrange the code. And also you can follow the same styling information that we have here. Text color, text size, and text style. You can copy these, paste them, okay, let us close it up, and place them here. Text color is repeating, don't worry. You can remove this one. Nice. Now let us run the application and see if it works. Yes, it does. Now I can choose multiple options from among these options that are available. I can turn it on. I can choose India. I can choose male. I can enter my age and name. Nice. So is this the end of the picture? Like, or all these are UI components? We don't have other UI components. We have other UI components also, right? Okay. Akansha is asking a question. Nesting of layouts can be possible? Yes, absolutely. See, the layout view group hierarchy is like this. I'll show you that. I'll go to a new file, okay? I told this in the beginning, maybe it's time to repeat it again. So if you have a view group, no matter what it is, the view group can be anything. In our current project, what do we have? We have linear layout. This is a view group. How many of them we have? We have two in number. We also have radio group. So how many groups we have? We have one radio groups in number. So these are the two view groups we have in our application. Now this view group, as per the hierarchy, this view group can accommodate another view group or multiple view groups of the same. You can also accommodate multiple view groups of the same. And also you can have as many number of views as you want to have. Okay, inside this view group, you can have another view group. And you can have other views or view groups based on your requirement. So this is the hierarchy, guys. And if you nest the view group to more than two levels, that complicate your design. Complicates your design. If more of the design, if more of the nesting is happening, it will complicate the design. All right. Make sure you're not nesting too much. All right. So how is our arrangement? We have linear layout of vertical orientation. Sorry, vertical orientation. Inside this linear layout, you have got edit text boxes. It is two in number, and then a radio group. Okay, we have got RG radio group, and inside the radio group we have text view, two radio buttons, two in number. And after that, you also have a linear layout in which you have check boxes, three in number, and one text view. Actually, check boxes are four in number, one text view is this. So this is how it is designed. You can write it somewhere and see how it is looking like. So take that small exercise. I'll be pushing this code to GitHub so that you can all access it. Hope you enjoyed this session, right? I did not place a button yet. However, I think you are enjoying the sessions. Thank you. So that's it for the day. I recommend everyone to reserve your seat so that you will not miss out on the other sessions that we are going through. No, Rathod. I have been to Anantapur, but I'm not from Anantapur. Thanks for asking though. So let me push it to GitHub. Easy to push it up to GitHub. Git and dot git UI. Okay, git push origin stuff. Now that you have this one, so this is the GitHub repository we have, and this repository will change. The next week it will change. Okay, so once again, it is for your kind information that the sessions are going to begin. I'm going to say the demo sessions are going to end. We will continue with the other concepts we have. So to not miss out on them, do register your seat. If you want more information or if you need any assistance in doing that, you can ping John sir on his number 799-799-8954. Okay. Please ping John sir in WhatsApp. Give your name and the course name as well, and he will assist you with the further details. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Hope you enjoyed the session. Take care. Have a fantastic day ahead. We'll meet tomorrow at sharp 7 o'clock. Thank you.